Alrighty, y'all. So we're going to continue the world tour, obviously, with Bey. I do think where I stand right now with Bey is that she's very, very good. I do think she's a very good character, as I did predict before she did come out, because I did notice, obviously, she had new effects. So I literally said she was either going to be very, very good or very, very bad, and I was on the side of very, very good. I think a lot of people are still saying that she's a PvP type character, and honestly, I think she's more of a PvE type character. But today we're going to be using her with the bunny girls, which a lot of you guys might be like, wait, Zxous, how in God's name is that possible? How are you going to use Bey, who's a burst 2, and Blanc, who's a burst 2 at the same time? Now, here's the thing about Bey. I feel like, honestly, when it comes to Bey, you just need to use her burst skill the one time. You just need to be able to get the sheer damage taken that's there for the entire game when you use the burst skill the one time, right? The reason why it's a 40-second cooldown burst skill is because, if it was a 20-second, it'd be way too broken, right? To increase your cover max HP every time and then have damage reduction every burst rotation on top of what she does with her shared damage taken. But you don't need to essentially use her burst skill every burst rotation. It would be better if you could, but you don't need to, right? I could literally use her burst skill one time and then never use her burst skill again, and I'll do just fine, right? Because well, it depends on your team, right? But we have Litter on this team as well, who helps us obviously with cover HP recover, which is going to guaranteed go to Bey. And then we have Blanc, who is not only healing us, she gives us indomitability and max HP if we do fall short, which Bey should be the character who always has the lowest HP in a sense when we're fighting Modernia. Not only that, she gives a shield as well. So we're going to be trying this team right here against the Modernia boss. Hopefully it works out. Let me turn on the audio and we're gonna go in there. So yeah, I have Modernia there as well for our main burst 3 damage dealer. But yeah, the whole point of this team is literally just to get Bey's burst skill off the one time. You get it off instantly and she's done. You don't need to use her burst skill again, right? So we're going to, okay, it's fine. So we're going to control with Modernia, and when we're going to have to, okay, so Litter goes, and then can we get Bey's? We got Bey's off, so good. So now we got it all off. We have the sheer damage thing, right? The sheer damage, proportionally damage taken. Not very, not that it's not useful, but we don't have to worry no more. Like, let's take a look at this. Who takes all the damage here? Okay, well, I mean, it still makes sense that everybody got hit here. But one thing I will say about Bey, that she is kind of like a Tia, but more of a glorified. I don't know if I would say glorified, right? But the thing about, Bey is the simple fact that when you have her cover, you're not taking damage. Like, nobody's taking damage. But when you do not have her cover, you still do have the damage taken. Like, you still have it, and you still see that damage reduction in a sense. But obviously, you're gonna see everybody else take damage, where when she has her cover, nobody's taking damage because the cover is getting hurt. So for example, right there, I don't have my cover, so no point to use my burst skill. But if we get hit, right, for example, let me actually get hit, right, because we should still have the buff, right, which is right here. You can do it. I'm gonna let the bombs hit me and you guys will see, right? I'm gonna let these hit me. I mean, not all of them, but okay, let me let all of them hit me. Let me let all of them hit me so you guys can get a clear visual of what's happening right here. I'm gonna let them all hit me, and then look, it's gonna go for boom, but obviously majority of it went to Bey over everybody else. So you could see that everyone took damage, right? Litter lost damage, Blanc lost damage, everybody lost damage, but Bey took majority of it, and there's still damage reduction, right? Because who was it? Noir, I believe. Noir took a full six of those bombs. Now, those bombs are no joke. They would one-shot the average character, right? They literally would have one-shot Noir if we didn't have the damage reduction. But for her to go from like maybe 100% to 70% because of the damage reduction is very, very good, right? I do think this character is a very good character. I think she's honestly better in PvE than she is in PvP, because in PvP, my problem with her in PvE, you can even take damage there, right? Nobody's getting hurt, right? And then we have indomitability here, where now she can't even die and she can still have the damage reduction. But my thing is, in PvP you have to pick between either her, Biscuit, Noah, and it's just not worth it using her over Noah. I feel like in PvP, Biscuit, you're not really using her burst skill, but I feel like Noah, that's just a better character. And if you go up against people who have Noahs, you're probably going to lose because they have immunity, and because you're fighting real Nikkes in PvP, you could still have characters like Scarlet one tap you. Same thing with Anise or A2, for example. You could have a lot of these characters still one tap you. Alrighty, so we're gonna do the story as well. Again, shout outs to Lionel for me using his account. I'm not gonna do this story right here because I don't know if he's participating in the main story or not. There also is a EX here. I'm not sure if I'm able to do it. He hasn't done a bunch of the ODX, so hopefully I'm allowed to you know, go ahead and try that out as well. But we're gonna do some story stages with this team because that's where you're gonna really see damage, right? We did see it with the Modernia boss, obviously the 6 bombs tanking damn near everything, not even losing HP for real like that. But yeah, I think this comp is nice just because of the shield that you get as well from Blanc, on top of the indomitability and the healing. So boom, we used her burst skill. You needed to get it off the one time and you literally win. I could keep my hands up and you literally win because you have so much sustain here. A lot of people were saying she was like Fu Zhuang, I think that's her name from Honkai Star Rail. I honestly don't know how her kit works exactly since I was not playing around her banner release and I never had her once in my life. So I don't really know how she works, but a lot of people, I do think this character is really good. I think a lot of people also realize that she's very good. She has the damage reduction. We have sustain from Blanc, Litter, and Bay as well. So it's very, very good. Like, Litter's going to bring her cover back up, right? We don't need to necessarily, okay, well, not now, right? But boom. So if we get our, for example, right here, if we get our burst skill off, which we should, indomitability is there on Bay, and we still have damage reduction. Bay can't die, and as long as Bay is not dying, we will always have the damage reduction, right? So that is very, very good, right? I say damage reduction, it is shared damage, but it's a form of damage reduction to me, right? And it's a very, very good, right? So boom, we ended up beating this boss. I don't know if Lionel was able to beat it before because it seemed like they were stuck here, but very, very easy, right? And that's kind of the point of this character, right? You kind of just have her take all the damage, but then because of indomitability, the shields, the heal, and even just the cover, I guess cover regeneration from Litter herself, you should see at least some type of tanking. Now, this, obviously, we're like, I think 70k power under right here, so there are definitely going to be times where you get one shot. That's one thing about her, right? You could still get one shotted. That is the reality. But I do think that's fair if you, like, for example, Chatterbox. Let me use Chatterbox for example. Let me see, did I get that off? Yes, I did. Chatterbox, for example. Chatterbox is a character where after a certain amount of attacks, you guaranteed get hit. Right? Oh, Litter. Can you come in clutch right there, Litter? That'd be perfect. Oh, Litter came in clutch right there. And that's what I mean. She had a little cover and Litter came in clutch with increasing it. Right? And if we can do it again, that'd be perfect. Right? Like I said, as long as she has cover, you shouldn't really see any problems. So, boom. I don't know if she has indomitability right now. Who got it? Did she get it? No, she didn't get the indomitability there. But we still do have damage reduction, and obviously you can see it's coming in clutch. So not only that, like if you use her with someone like Ludmilla, right? Think about Ludmilla. Ludmilla is a character who gives you damage reduction and taunts when you enter a full burst. So if they're damaging Ludmilla, who taunts and has damage reduction on top of the shared damage, proportionally buff from Bay, you're literally taking no damage, right? So this character can be used with a lot of these characters. I cannot wait to use her tomorrow when Train comes out because I do want to test her and Sakura, someone who gives massive damage reduction already. But just through these little showcases, you can see that it's working out fine. You just need to use her burst skill one time and you're good. I know I keep saying that, but you want to just use her burst skill instantly, right? I don't want to really switch between her and Blanc's burst skill, hence why I'm just using her burst skill the one time and that's it. But you can, you know, switch between the two if you find that to be more comfortable. Now, I'm not sure if I got it off. I always have to double check. I did get it off. Right, but you can switch between her and Blanc. It'd probably be better as well because it's helping her out. You get damage reduction when you do that. Not only do you get damage reduction, but it increases the cover HP, right? But the thing is, if you break the cover, let's say the cover does break, which I would expect it to, you have all the damage coming to you, then it's like there was no point of using her burst skill. I feel like her burst skill is useless if you do not have her cover, which it is, right? 6% damage reduction is not enough for me to use her burst skill, right? Because the other stuff is quite irrelevant if I don't have her cover. So I do think she is a very, very good character. Let me go do one EX stage where, let me see. Okay, we're not gonna do the next one because that's where the main story comes in, and obviously I do not want to violate. So let's go do an EX, and then that will be it. So out of respect for the owner, we're not going to do the EX stage, obviously. Don't want to be doing the EX if they are saving it. I can understand that sometimes these EX stages are considered like extra gems or hidden gems, like down bad gems, right? So we're not going to do it. But I do want to go back to Modernia and try her out with Ludmilla because, again, like I said before, even just at level 111, you get damage reduction for herself and she taunts, right? So on top of Bay's burst skill, you guys should kind of understand where I'm getting with this one. So hopefully it works out like I'm hoping it works. I haven't actually tested it, but it should work how I'm, right? It's damage reduction on her, and it doesn't really matter as long as it's the damage that's being split, right? So if damage reduction is applied and it's like the damage being split, she should be taking literally negative damage. So let's go ahead and use her here, which we did. Ended up breaking that. So right now she's taunting. She's taunting and we have damage reduction, right? So that breaks the cover, fine. That breaks the cover. And then we do not have that no more. I think actually if we took the damage we would be able to see it, but let's go in here again where, boom. Now, so now she's taunting. Now she's taunting. And she has damage reduction by 35% on top of the, you know, distributed damage. So literally, we're gonna let all these bombs come to us. They should take no damage, literally none. Literally no damage. And these are little fun combos you can use with characters like this, right? They revive old characters, because now with something like that, how good that is, and then obviously with Bay's mechanic, I can literally run this Ludmilla and Bay together and take no damage anytime I enter a full burst, just because so much damage is being like negated, right? And the thing is, I could run Sakura, Ludmilla, and then Bay for train, and I would literally take 0 damage, right? Bay, Sakura, Ludmilla, and then 2 DPS, I literally can't get touched, right? I'll probably bring another burst too, obviously, only because Bay's on a 40-second cooldown, but you guys get where I'm at, right? So we're in okay, we're not in full burst there. I want to be in a full burst, so boom. Now we're in a full burst. When the bombs come for us, actually, let's destroy the missiles. Let's destroy the missiles, right? And then have these missile launches. These always were a problem for me. The missile launches were always a problem for me. So I want those missile launches that Modernia comes with, and see how it looks now that we have this. So boom, everything is active. Damage reduction. Let them hit us, right? And obviously you guys see if we can tank some of them, but we're not taking any damage from these. Let it hit us, right? Because of Bay and obviously Ludmilla and her damage reduction. Even though she's taunting, damage reduction, and then Bay, like, you guys understand where I'm going with this, right? It's quite the crazy comp. It's quite the crazy comp, bro. She's so good. She's so good, bro. Actually, oh wow, this character is something else, bro. This character is something else. So that's going to be the end of the video. You guys let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think she's great? Do you guys think she's crazy? Right? The next video or the video before this was her with D-Killer and D-Killer wife to kind of just maximize just her burst skill. So stay tuned for that if it's not already out. But what do you guys think? I think she's quite crazy, right? I think she enables a lot of these other characters who had value before. Sakura and Train, that's literally going to be a cheat code now, right? Ludmilla in any content with Bay is literally a cheat code because damage reduction, even at level 1, 40% damage reduction and taunting, with that type of mechanic, you're not taking any damage, right? And she's a burst 1. I could run someone like Senti as well who would give us a shield, or even like a healer on our burst 2 or something like that, right? I mean, to be fair, she is a rocket launcher. I could run her with Rem, right? And that's a healer for her. Oh my god, bro, there's just so many things going on with this character. Such a good character. You guys let me know what you think. It's your boy Zxous. Do not summon for her though. Do not summon for her. Anniversary Pilgrims coming next banner, so don't summon for her, but she is a very good unit. But it's your boy Zxous. Let me know what you think. I'm out. Peace.